history of our city. And now, to get things started, her honor, Mayor Pauline.
It's time to raise our sails. It's freedom like you never knew.
She's the mayor of New Donk City and Mario's original flame. It's Pauline from the Mario series. For the two of you who have never heard of Pauline, she made her first appearance in the game Donkry Kong, which originally released in arcade cabinets in 1981. Although I think a lot of you may only recognize her from Super Mario Odyssey. In her original appearance, she was portrayed as Mario's girlfriend who was kidnapped by Cranky Kong's crazy antics. However, shortly after that game, Pauline just sort of vanished and was replaced by Princess Peach as the damsel in distress that Pauline originally was. Eventually, she reappeared nearly 20 years later in Mario vs. Donkey Kong 2, March of the Minis on the Nintendo DS. But it wasn't until her appearance in Super Mario Odyssey that she truly started making a comeback. Seriously, after the success of Odyssey, Pauline was included in almost all of the Mario spin-off games, from Mario Tennis all the way to Mario Kart. And today, Pauline will show everyone that she is a superstar as she goes against the various challengers on the Super Smash Bros. Roster. So starting off, Pauline would be a midway class fighter. She'd have 2 jumps and no other movement options. But now, let's dive into her costumes. Well, actually, before that, this video is sponsored by StreamStation PC. For those of you who've never heard of StreamStation PC, StreamStation PC is a website that sells PC equipment, but not just any PC equipment. Each PC here is custom made and was made with gaming in mind. These are high quality gaming PCs that can run up to 60 frames per second and even supports 4K resolution. So if you'd like to order a custom-made gaming PC, head on over to StreamStationPC.com. And if you'd like to get a small discount while simultaneously supporting my channel, then use the promo code on screen. And now, back to the video. Okay, now let's dive into her costumes. For Pauline's default appearance, she'll be in her iconic red dress. For the next 6 alts, this will have Pauline in different hair and dress colors, which have her in orange, green, light blue, neon blue, purple, and pink. Her second alt is a direct reference towards Daisy's color scheme, while the rest of her color schemes reference her appearance in many of the different ports of Donkey Kong. However, her pink alt is a direct reference towards her classic arcade sprite used in the actual arcade version. And the final alt will have her in a costume. It'll have her in her party time outfit from the mobile game Mario Kart Tour. Now with all that out of the way, let's go ahead and dive into the moveset. Now Pauline was a very interesting character for me to talk about, since she doesn't have a whole lot of stuff to work with. Despite that, I felt like it was important to theme her moveset around her flashy personality and her singing abilities. So starting off with a jab, it'll be a 2-hit jab where Pauline will slap the opponents twice. While it may look and sound like Peach and Daisy's jab, it's a lot stronger than theirs. How is that, you may be asking? Well, when Pauline slaps, she'll be equipping her go-to item of choice that she's been known to use since her debut appearance in Donkey Kong: a purse. In fact, get used to me mentioning Donkey Kong now, folks, because for some of Pauline's other attacks, she'll be utilizing either her purse or her umbrella to pack a punch. For the dash attack, Pauline will spin forwards multiple times, which can drag foes in and deal multiple hits of damage to the final hit. For the side tilt, Pauline will swing her umbrella forwards. It doesn't deal a whole lot of damage, but it does have some good launch power. For the down tilt, Pauline will perform a single kick downwards, just like Peach and Daisy. And just like theirs, this move has the capability of spiking opponents if they happen to have been too close. For the up tilt, Pauline performs a dramatic pose while her hand rises into the air. This move doesn't deal a whole lot of damage, but it does move pretty quickly and can be used for combo setups. Now for her forward smash, Pauline will equip another one of her most iconic items, a microphone stand. Although she doesn't use it in the way you're expecting. Instead of singing into it, she'll equip it like a bat and swing it forwards. Not only will this move permanently damage the opponent's vocal cords, but it'll also have the potential to KO foes at early percentages. But as you might have guessed, there's a tad bit of start lag and a tad bit of end lag. For the down smash, Pauline spins on the ground multiple times while equipping her microphone, dealing multiple hits of damage until the final hit. For the up smash, Pauline performs an upward spin while equipping her microphone and ends with a pose. Despite spinning, she only launches foes on impact. For the neutral air, Pauline spins in the air while holding onto her purse. Again, she only launches foes on impact. For the forward air, Pauline will kick both of her legs forwards. It comes out quick, but doesn't do a whole lot of damage. This move comes from one of Pauline's cart animations in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. For the back air, Pauline will perform yet another kick, but this time she kicks behind herself. It deals slightly more damage and knockback compared to her forward air, but it also moves a tad bit slower. For her down air, Pauline kicks her legs downwards multiple times, dealing multiple hits of damage until the final hit. And finally, for the up air, Pauline sings into her mic while a bunch of lights flash above herself, which deals yet again multiple hits of damage until the final hit. But where Pauline shines like a star is with her special attacks. For Pauline's neutral special, Pauline will equip her microphone and do the one thing she's well known for doing: singing. But as soon as she sings, a music note will appear and immediately fly towards the nearest opponent. Once it hits an opponent, it'll stun them into place for about a second and then immediately launch them high into the air. Now, that's just if you tap the special button, but if you hold it, then Pauline will sing longer and cause even more of these music notes to appear. Then, as soon as she stops singing, the notes will travel into 5 different directions and will automatically home in on the nearest opponent. The downside with these music notes is that it's a lot smaller than the single note and doesn't hit nearly as hard as before. Not only that, but all of these music notes, both big and small, do count as projectiles, so be wary of using this move against foes with reflectors. This move actually comes from Mario Striker's Battle League, specifically one of Pauline's secondary abilities after using her Hyper Strike. Now for the side special, Pauline will dash forwards and swing a tennis racket. If this move visually looks familiar, then you're probably thinking of Fox and Falco's side special where they dash forwards at high speeds. However, unlike either Fox or Falco, where they pierce through opponents and damage them, Pauline's dash doesn't deal any damage whatsoever. She can still dash right through the opponents, but she just can't damage them during the dash. However, she can damage opponents at the end of the move by using her tennis racket. In order to swing the tennis racket, Pauline needs to press the special button again. Once she swings it, it behaves like a slightly stronger version of Peach's forward smash. But unlike her forward smash, this special has the capability of reflecting any and all types of projectiles. Not only that, but if the projectile happens to have been sphere-shaped and Pauline reflected it, then it will fly much faster and farther than before. Despite this sounding like a great side special, its biggest flaw is that you can only use it once in the air. After using it in the air, you'll immediately go into freefall until you get attacked or land back on the stage, whichever happens first. Now for the down special, this will be an innovative special that involves Pauline singing once again, but instead of creating a shocking musical note, she'll sing one out of 3 different lyrics from her hit song, Jump Up Superstar. Once she finishes singing the lyrics, then she'll get a certain property boost to aid her in battle. In terms of the specific properties she gains, it all varies on the lyrics she sings, and the lyric is random every time you use the down special. The first lyric Pauline will sing is the following.
High up in the sky.
Once she finishes this lyric, all of her jumps and aerial attacks get greatly increased for about 15 seconds. Despite this sounding good, her movement speed slightly decreases, meaning that she'll move slightly slower than before. Not only that, but her ground and neutral attacks also get weakened, so her attacks on the ground won't hit nearly as hard as before. Her second lyric has her sing, You're My Superstar, and as soon as she finishes that lyric, she'll automatically get the Superstar effect, which will last for about 10 seconds. During those 10 seconds, she's completely invincible to any and all damage. Nothing can damage her and nothing can launch her. Not only that, but all of her special attacks deal slightly more damage and knockback. The downside with this is that all of her neutral attacks will deal slightly less damage than before and will also gain a bit more end lag, so keep that in mind. And the final lyric will involve her singing the following.
I'm a one-up gal.
This is the rarest lyric she'll sing, with it having a 0.01% chance of occurring. And there's a reason for that. You see, as soon as she finishes singing that lyric, she'll automatically gain an extra stock in stock battles or an extra point in time battles. I know what you're thinking. That sounds like cheating. But again, this is the rarest lyric she'll sing, so it's not guaranteed that she'll actually get to sing this lyric in the course of a 3-minute match. Now as a reminder, The first lyric is the most common to happen. The second lyric is less likely to happen, and the third lyric is extremely rare to happen. Not only that, but Pauline has to completely sing the lyric, which takes about 2 seconds. That unfortunately means she can be interrupted by an opponent's attacks and will have to start over by using the special button again. Also, as a little side note, once Pauline sings any of the 3 lyrics, she can't use her down special again until 20 seconds have passed, so keep all of that in mind. And finally, for Pauline's up special, Pauline will jump high into the air while equipping her umbrella. This visually and mechanically works like Peach and Daisy's up special, having Pauline drag foes in and deal multiple hits of damage until the final hit, and being able to glide with the umbrella for a short period of time. However, unlike the 2 princesses, Pauline will not be able to go into freefall after the move ends, so she's freely able to perform any of her other attacks, so long as it's not her up special again. And now, for the final smash. Pauline's final smash will be Power Move Festival. For this final smash, Pauline will call upon the aid of the New Donk City Jazz Band and proceed to perform Jump Up Superstar. When they perform, the screen will start to shrink, which will cause the opponents to have to move closer and closer to Pauline. But then, when the screen stops shrinking, Pauline will present the opponents with a Power Move, which will cover a large portion of the shrunken screen and launch opponents into the blast zone depending on their damage percentages, ending the final smash. This final smash references the iconic New Donk City Festival that Pauline performed at, as well as what she gave Mario for participating in the celebration. The stage of choice is New Donk City Hall from Super Mario Odyssey. Oh wait, that's already a stage in Smash. Please give me a minute while I come up with something else. The stage of choice is New Donk City Festival from Super Mario Odyssey. Subtle. This stage's layout is reminiscent of the Skyloft stage in Smash, where the stage goes from one building to another. However, unlike most stages, this stage decides to combine modern landscapes with retro platforms, as all of the platforms on the stage are 8-bit girders from the original Donkry Kong game. Not only that, but there are many different stage hazards, like rolling barrels, flames, and even an exact recreation of the first level from Donkry Kong, fully complete with the 8-bit Donkry Kong himself. In the background, you can see many people cheering on the players and even the New Donk City Jazz Band performing one of their songs. Despite what most people are expecting, I'm mostly going with songs from the Mario Kart series. In total, 13 songs will be included, 3 of which will be remixed.
High up in the sky.
And that would be if Pauline joined Super Smash Bros. I'm gonna be honest, I think Pauline is the definition of a comeback character. I mean, she was neglected as a main Mario character for about 36 years, but was then reintroduced in Mario Odyssey. And because of how successful that game turned out to be, she is now properly seen as a mainline Mario character. Even I have to admit that is pretty impressive, and I have a very strong feeling that we'll continue to see Pauline from here on out. Anyways, do you have a character you'd like to see be given a Smash moveset? If so, let me know in the comments down below. And while you're at it, why not hit subscribe? That way you can get notified when I put out any Super Smash Bros. Moveset videos. As always, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.